Troyer, and this is Ohm Center for Spiritual Living, and I'm so glad to see all of you in this very room, as well as those of you online and those of you that will be watching later. We are so glad you're with us. We are so excited. I am so excited because we have Cahill and Delene with us.
Woo!
Good morning.
And we have Reverend Jerry.
And thank you so
there.
much. Great to see you both, and welcome. And we have an opening song.
Yes,
We do. Everybody stand as you are able, and let's get energized with I Am a Light in This World. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. One more time. We can sway back and forth. It's one of those swaying songs. Sing it to somebody. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. And you shine, yes you do. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so bright. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so bright. You're just glowing with energy right now.
Well, that won't be up.
And please be seated. Now, Mary is our practitioner today. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's all yours.
Thank you. Ooh,
Good morning.
shocking. Good morning. Let's just bring it down a little bit. Let's take a collective breath in and release. So I just invite you to take these words into silent contemplation. God will not force his way into a cluttered soul. Make room for his presence, and peace will follow. In the silence of the soul, we meet the divine. Make time for quiet, and you will hear its whisper. So in this very moment, in this very room, I turn my awareness to the presence of the divine, and as I do, I feel its essence flow through me, through my body as the breath of life, the living waters of the divine, that one infinite, absolute, and self-existent cause that lives and moves and has its being and expression in all things in the manifest universe, as above and below, from the immense vastness of the universe, the omniverse and beyond, to the tiniest grain of sand, to each cell in my being. I know that I am one with this life. I know that each one of us is one in this same life, in that infinite web of the divine, intricately connected. I know as we come together today, we do so in this spirit of community, of love and support and compassion. I know that as we experience and feel this in this moment, in this room, that it spreads. It spreads to our friends and family and neighbors, near and far, for those who are experiencing fires in Los Angeles, for all who are affected, for the mighty winds that are blowing. I know that there is just a peace that is settling. There is mutual support, and there is community just ever and ever expanding. And what I know is on this day, in this service, that Reverend Jerry is just divinely inspired and guided, that his words just resonate with each of us in our own unique ways, for we are each unique, individualized expressions of the divine. I know that Cahill Delene, their music just permeates, penetrates, fills the inner spaces of the universe as it just expands and expands. I know everybody who shows up in service today, in service to this community, and in service to the world, is just blessed and sharing their blessings of their unique individualized expressions as they are. And so for this, I am just so grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to know and declare and claim this good. I know that we are doing good. And for this, I am just so deeply grateful. So I just allow this service to open up and unfold in perfect divine right order, knowing that Spirit is right here, right now. Whether you're in this room, whether you're online watching in real time or at a later time, I just know that you are blessed. And so I just allow this to unfold, declaring it good and very good. I say, and so it is. And now I'll bring back Cahill Delene. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
I love that. It looks almost like leopard from a distance on your guitar, but
I have a new guitar.
it's
I don't know if you've seen this.
It's beautiful.
Barry encouraged me to buy it.
I picked it out for her and I said, "You deserve it. Treat yourself nicely."
Oh, and I said, okay.
So it was kind of, sort of a Christmas present, sort of, kind of.
It was. Well, we're doing both of our songs in coordinates with Reverend Jerry's talk today, and this is one of our songs from our album Songs for Humanity, which most people don't have a CD player anymore, so you can find us on Spotify. So this is a song that is called I'm Listening, and not only listening with our ears, of course, but listening with our heart to others, to ourselves, and to our divine voice. Cue up the band. The birds in the trees sing so sweetly. I've come here again for calm and serenity. Just open my senses and feel the earth's heart. I connect with this place in serendipity, 'cause I'm listening to all there is around me. I'm listening to escape the thoughts that have bound me. The world has greater secrets than I can even imagine. I'm learning and growing and loving, 'cause I'm listening. The words that I hear are not all that there is. There's so much more left unspoken. Now I will listen from my heart to yours, to realize our lives in synchronicity. 'Cause I'm listening to all there is around me. I'm listening to escape the thoughts that have bound me. The world has greater secrets than I can even imagine. I'm learning and growing and loving, 'cause I'm listening. To all there is around me, I'm listening to escape the thoughts that have bound me. The world has greater secrets than I can even imagine. I'm learning and growing and loving, 'cause I'm listening to all there is around me. I'm listening to escape the thoughts that have bound me. The world has greater secrets than I can even imagine. I'm learning and growing and loving, 'cause I'm listening. And I'm listening. And I'm listening. And I'm listening. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful song. Thank you both so much. Beautiful, right? Nice. Yes, that's gorgeous. Yes. Yeah. So, good morning again and welcome if you're in this very room. Good morning or good afternoon if you're watching online or watching later. It's so good to see all of you today. And once again, Happy New Year 2025. Pretty amazing. So, I don't have a clicker. Thank you so much. How did this happen?
It's okay.
Yeah. I know, right? That might work. Thank you so much for that. So our topic for the month of January is stretching into possibility in mindfulness and intentional living. And my topic for today is making space for it. So what do we mean by it? Making space for it, talking about our good your good and my good and our good and what's next for us. My personal theme for this year, and we can do a lot with 2025, is coming alive in 2025. And in that aliveness, I'm claiming what is mine, and even more than that, releasing what is not mine, which could be called clutter. So we're going to, and of the stuff in the closet or the garage or the storage building, but also in our minds and our beliefs. So we're going to talk about all of that today, and I'm so glad you're with me. So making room for it having to do with our good. And whenever I hear the word good, I am reminded of this amazing quote that I love so much from Ernest Holmes. Good and more good is mine. There is no limit to the good that is mine. Everywhere I go, I see this good. I feel it. I experience it. It presses itself against me. Love that. Flows through me, expresses itself in me, and multiplies itself around me. Mike, I'm sorry, I'm just feeling a little crowded here because my good is pressing itself against me. Doesn't that feel good? That feels really good. And again, whatever that word good means to you, that is and can be our experience. It's crowding me here. It's pressing against me, and it feels really good. So I love this concept of our good. One of the early New Thought teachers and writers was Emma Curtis Hopkins. She studied with Mary Baker Eddy in the early days of Christian Science, and then, using my words, not hers, found that to be a little too hysterical. So again, my word, not hers. So she left Christian Science and started studying in religious science, and her students included Charles and Myrtle Fillmore and Ernest Holmes. So Ernest Holmes studied with Emma as well. And in the book Scientific Christian Mental Practice, and if you don't have this in your library, I so invite you to find it and keep it, because there's some quotes in that book that are just amazing. But one of my favorite ones talks about our good. And this is a little bit of a long quote, but bear with me. Can you name now just exactly what your mind is seeking? You would soon be set on the right track for finding what you're seeking if you could name what you want. Yeah. This is the foundation thought even in the minds of insects. It is the good. Are you not seeking good? Why do you move your right hand? You move it to get your good. Why do you breathe? You breathe to get your good. Why do the stones lie still and wait? They are waiting for their good. Why does the bird fly? It flies for its good. Everything moves and waits for its good, so you see that the good draws everything. The good which you and I want governs everything we do. Therefore, the good which you are seeking is your God. In the science of mind, you may take for your first idea one word. It is the word good. As we acknowledge that the good we are seeking must be our God, because it pulls and pushes us all the time to see if we cannot come nearer to it, we must find ourselves better and better satisfied. If you take nothing home with you today, I invite you to take this next statement with you. There is good for me, and I ought to have it. There is good for me, and I ought to have it. You may name your good as your free life. Whoa. Your free life. I get to go and do and see what I want. I am healthy, happy, abundant, joyful, unencumbered, decluttered, and all of those other things. That is our free life. I love that I love that quote. So the quote from Ernest Holmes, our good pressing itself against us, but sometimes there's also some other stuff, to use a purely metaphysical term, other stuff pressing itself against us. Keeping in mind that God, Spirit, the universe, the infinite, the divine, life, whatever we choose to call it, withholds nothing from us and always says yes to us. So what's keeping this good from showing up in our lives and continuing to grow and expand? Very often it is this experience of clutter. Not just, and I'll go off in a slightly different direction yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday. I just, Saturdays, it's a day to relax. I'm going to work on my talk. Maybe I'll go to the gym. I'll just hang out. But the still small voice said, okay. So I finally put the Christmas decorations away. Hey, it was a good day. Awesome. It was a good day. And I'm in a townhouse up off Baltimore Drive. And so we had this storage room created because there was empty space up the stairs on the way from the first floor to the second floor. So I have what I lovingly call the hole in the wall. And so opened the door, and there was all sorts of wonderful things there that I could classify as clutter. Just threw a few things away, mostly just moved some stuff around to make room for the Christmas decorations, but organized a little, and there will always be the opportunity to go and look at that as well. But what do we mean by clutter? And again, very often it's the stuff in the closet. It's the stuff that we pay rent on every month in the garage or the storage room. And there is no judgment here. Please understand, there is no judgment. That we those of us who were around in the 50s and 60s and early 70s would have taken our money and invested in self-storage places, right? Because boy, is that a business. Dang. I know, right? Yes. So no judgment. If you have that, that's absolutely fine. Please don't come and look at my garage because that's a separate story. But think about this experience of clutter. And again, we'll start with physical possessions, but then move on to other things in our lives. One of my other favorite books is entitled Clutter Busting by Brooks Palmer. And this is his business to go into people's houses and help them go through their physical possessions, decide what's important and what's not. And the whole title is Clutter Busting, Letting Go of What's Holding You Back. And he writes, it's time to take out the trash. Trash or clutter includes the things that you hold on to that are no longer useful to you. These things may be worn out or brand new, but they are trash because they have lost their value. Such things no longer serve a purpose, and they certainly don't add to your quality of life. They're barriers to good, powerful, and necessary change. And I'll stop there for just a minute. You may remember my story of my clutter related to the Peloton machine that I bought. It was such a good idea. I have to have this during the pandemic. Oh boy, here we go. This is going to be great. You can hook it up to the internet. You can be pedaling around the world with 500 of your closest friends all from the privacy of your bedroom. What a great idea. For a little while, and then we got past the pandemic and I could go to the gym again, and so my Peloton moved from being an exercise machine to a rack for blankets and other clothes. Right, exactly, yeah. And eased very nicely into being clutter. But it has nothing to do with how much we spent for it. It has nothing to do with when we bought it. If it's no longer useful to us and taking up space, or if we're using it to beat ourselves up, well, for the love of God, Jerry, oops, there's that expression again. For the love of God, Jerry, you spent all this money on this machine. How come you're not using it? So sometimes we buy things and then beat ourselves up because we aren't doing what we should. But that's a separate story. So back to Brooks. Society and others tend to dictate what should be important to your life. One of my favorite words is should. That's why you have so much clutter. There's so many conflicting opinions bombarding you every day, so many things you think you need to keep, depending on who you ask. Imagine the space that this excessive information takes up on your heart's hard drive. No wonder you keep crashing. Now you get to decide what's really important to you. Clutter busting frees up your heart. Other people's opinions of your life don't matter. What matters is that you care about your life. So today I'm talking about your good and my good, not your kids' good, not your parents' good, not necessarily your partner's good. What makes your tail wag? What makes your heart sing? What no longer makes your tail wag or your heart sing? Because all of these things that we're going to talk about can be blocking us from this good crowding itself against us that Ernest Holmes wrote about. What matters is that you care about your life. I think I used this next quote last time, but it was so good that I want to remind myself, because I'm always speaking to myself as I'm speaking to you. I want to remind myself and you of this quote. And every day the world will drag you by the hand yelling, this is important, and this is important, and this is important. You need to worry about this, and this, and this. And each day it's up to you to yank your hand back, put it on your heart, and say, no, this is what's important. I love that. I just love that. My television has not been on CNN or MSNBC or any of the others for a couple of months because I just refuse. I'm an incredibly spiritual person. There's Golden Girls, there's 2.5 Men, there's Mom, there's the music, you know, if you have Cox, there's the music choice channels, and there's even, and wait for it, there's even an off button that I recently discovered. You mean I know, right? You mean I can turn it off? We get to choose what's important. We get to choose what constitutes our good. So that's what we're about today. But I would suggest in this experience of clutter that there's more to it than just the stuff in the closet. There's all these other experiences that make a difference in our lives. Come on, come on. Come on, Baba. Oh, there we go. Sorry. It's not just the stuff. It's the people in our lives. We love them. We honor them. We know that they have brought us an amazing gift, but at some point, sometimes, and we probably wouldn't say this to their faces, but they have evolved into being clutter. Probably don't want to tell them that, but I love you, I bless you, I wish you all the best, but I have outgrown this relationship, or this relationship has outgrown us, and it's time to release that clutter and move forward. Ever had that experience? Yeah. Activities and commitments. I've heard the story of people having to go to their in-laws' house for dinner every Sunday for, and maybe it, I know, and maybe it doesn't happen so much in 2025, but back in the day, I think for a lot of families, that's what they did. And so you've already got an upset stomach even before you've left the house because you're dreading this experience of going and being with the family that you don't really want to go and be with, but yet we feel that obligation and that requirement to do that. Work. How many people are still singing, and you remember the old song, everybody's working for the weekend? If you're working for the weekend, if you get up, if you come home from work on Friday night and start dreading going to work Monday morning, or after the 2 days of your weekend, whatever, or your 2 days off, if that's your experience, they're not paying you enough. No matter what they're paying you, they're not paying you enough. Because we've only got 100 or 110 or 120 years here. What do we do in giving up all that time dreading doing something when we can be doing something else? Or a commitment. You know, I just really don't want to do, and you get to fill in the blank. Then we can make a new commitment. Because if that commitment is under the category of clutter, to me that means I'm not doing a good job if I'm here and not wholeheartedly doing whatever I'm doing. So you don't want me here because I don't want to be here, whatever that situation is. Our stories. Well, you know, they didn't, or whatever. And it hurt. And it made me angry. And we get that. We absolutely get that. But at some point, there's the opportunity to say, that was really lousy. And it wasn't what we expected. It wasn't what we wanted. It wasn't what we would have consciously chosen. So we have the opportunity to feel it, forgive it, release it, and then stop talking about it. And that last piece of it is equally as important. Many of you know the story that I was lovingly released, which sounds way better than laid off. I was lovingly released from a job that I'd been at for 22 or 3 years, and this was almost 20 years ago. Wow. Yeah, so 2008. And I got a lot of mileage out of the, oh my God. So, because it was after 20 some odd years, it was the week before Christmas, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Did I know that it was coming? Well, kind of. Could I have seen? Well, maybe. Well, did the still small voice keep saying, it's time for you to find something new? Well, maybe. But isn't it great how the universe, this loving, nurturing presence that we call spirit, never says, told you so. It just says, okay, now we're in this moment. What's next? If we allow ourselves to be in the this moment and the what's next part rather than staying in the story. Because our stories, the ain't it awful, they did me wrong when, and all of those other things can be clutter that keeps us from our good. Because until we release that, potentially we're drawing more experiences that look like that into our lives. So, people, activities and commitments, stories and beliefs. So thinking about 2025 and what's there for us and what new good we choose to experience, what do we believe about it? Well, I'd really like to do X, but I'm too old, too young to not strong enough, don't have enough money, don't have enough knowledge, don't have enough whatever. What do we believe about our enoughness? And oh, by the way, what do we believe about life's enoughness? What do we believe about miracles? Think of your perception of the word miracle. So a miracle is a parking place in the front of the lot at Costco the week before Christmas. Or the check in the mailbox. I got to pay the mortgage this week, and the miracle is the check in the mailbox exactly when I need it. Or you get to choose. But what is our perception of the word miracles? And is the universe able to do this for us? Or is there a listing of degrees of difficulty? Because one of my favorite quotes from Course in Miracles says there is no degree of difficulty in miracles. So that parking place, that new relationship, that job, that whatever it is, there is no degree of difficulty because life always says, well, sure, what else? How important it is for us to remember that, because if we assign that level of difficulty, that's that clutter that keeps us from experiencing that greater good. For no matter what it is, my late husband and I bought the condo about 25 years ago. It's the most amazing experience because we were renting for about 3 years and told the landlord, whenever you want to sell, we want to buy. So we had been to Vail, Colorado in the summer, had a wonderful time, ran the credit cards up because we stopped at the outlet mall in Lake Elsinore and bought new china. We bought clothes at the outlet malls. We just had a wonderful time and came home, and there was a message on the answering machine saying, "It's time." And I remember so clearly because my Jerry and I had this conversation. Oh my God, what do we do if we don't get approved for the loan? One of us would say that. And the other of us would say, it either works or it doesn't. Life, spirit, the universe, the foundation of our teaching either works or it doesn't. It works for parking places at Costco. It works for unexpected income. It works for mortgage loans. It works for all of that. And how important it is for us to remember that there's no degree of difficulty in miracles. So we were approved. We bought the house. We didn't use a real estate broker. And oh, by the way, we never packed a box. How cool is that? How cool is that? We never packed a box. Yeah, just amazing. And yet, well, of course, because it works for everybody the same way all the time. And we can rely on it. And if it's not working or we're not there yet, it's up to us to ask, what do I believe about this? And what must I change about my beliefs in order to manifest whatever that good is? So it's about us deciding what we believe and making those changes as we need to. So making room for it. And again, it is that greater good for us in 2025, or releasing that no longer works for us. Maybe we want to stop manifesting whatever it is, and we can certainly do that too. So what do we believe is possible? This is one of my favorite quotes because we have to choose and we have to change. Very often we have to change our beliefs about whatever it is in order to accept that greater good. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We're afraid, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. We can't. We will fall, they responded. Come to the edge, he said. And they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. So what I know is what I accept is the he is the still small voice. It's the divine discontent. It's the, yeah, you've settled for this and it's okay, but aren't you ready for something greater? Aren't you ready for something better? Aren't you ready to stop manifesting whatever that is? Aren't you just sick to death of that story or that experience? We come to the edge and we ask for help and we fly. And I invite all of us and challenge all of us. That's what we're about in 2025. In this greater good is either to accept the greater or to release that no longer serves us. There is good for me. There is good for me, and I ought to have it. And it's not about going out and standing in the parking lot and shaking our fists at the sky saying, there's good for me and I ought to have it. It is about that quiet knowing and questioning, what do I need? Again, quoting Edwin Gaines, what must I change about myself in order to receive whatever this is? Because as we know, that's what we're doing. We're not talking God into doing anything. We're changing whatever our belief is about it in order to experience that greater good. So I have no idea who comes up with these things, but Friday was National Quitters Day. All those wonderful New Year's resolutions. We're going to go to the gym, we're going to lose weight, we're going to eat better, we're going to save money, all of those things. And some number of people by the 10th of January said, well, I wasn't that wild about that idea anyway. I'm going to go get a pizza. Or, the gym's too crowded, or it's too cold, or it's too hot, or whatever. Or, it's really okay. I'm all right for another month or two. And we can be all right. We can keep doing what we're doing, and that's okay. But wouldn't we rather live this ridiculously amazing life that we came here to do? Wouldn't we rather say, yes, thank you, and more, please? Quoting my dear friend in Helena, Montana. Love the thought of that. So, and even if I fall into that category, that at the 10th day I said, well, I wasn't that serious about that anyway. It's a new day. It's a new day, and we can look at that list again and say, I'm going to get back on the wagon, as it were. I'm going to go back and start doing that again, knowing that whatever good I'm choosing is possible, whatever interesting experience that I'm choosing to release is possible, because life always says yes. And I want to close with this absolutely amazing quote. I love Facebook. You just get the coolest stuff. And if it's not cool, just keep scrolling. But I love this quote that I found this morning. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, wow, what a ride. That's what we're about. That's what's possible for us. So with that in mind, join me in the light for just a minute. So staying in this consciousness of oneness, we allow ourselves to be reminded that there's only one power, presence, mind, life, and intelligence, and that is God. Spirit, the universe, the infinite, the divine. We give thanks for this beloved spiritual community, for this new day and new year full of possibilities, for this good that really wants to crowd itself against us, and we say yes. We allow ourselves to release that no longer serves us so we can move into this greater good and come alive in 2025. That's what we're about. And we say yes, thank you, and more please. For this glorious day in San Diego and for our time together, we give great thanks. And together we say,
And so it is. Thank you, Reverend Jerry. Wow.
All right, so we're going to get energized here. We're going to do a song by our good friend Carl Anthony. You may want to stand up. Delene's going to show you how the hand motions go here.
Audience participation. You out there too, wherever you are. All right, so this is called I Can Do Anything. So we're going to do a stylized American Sign Language on those words. So I can do, well, that's the way she taught us. Probably because she wanted more motion, maybe, huh? Do is like this, right? Okay. You're just going to have to relearn it, I guess. Okay, so I can, is that can? Yeah. Oh, good. Do anything. Yeah. What is the real American Sign Language for anything?
It would be the full letters. A-N.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. That's probably why she did anything. So we're gonna use our body on that one, all right? Anything. So I can do anything. I can do anything. Okay, you got it? Because I got to play guitar. All right, here we go.
2, 3, 4.
That's it.
If someone tells you it's a waste of time, don't even try it. Don't be fooled, my friend. Believe in you, you can do it. You want the truth, you can do anything. Here we go now. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. Do you want to do something? Do what you've always wanted. Do you want to be something? Be who you've always wanted. Do you want to love something? Take every chance that's given. Do you want to say something? Say it, say it. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. You got it. How will you ever know if you succeed unless you try it? You'll never know for yourself unless you buy it. You want the truth, you can do anything. Together now, I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. I can do anything. Do you want to do something? Do what you've always wanted. Do you want to be something? Be who you've always wanted. Do you want to love
Thank you out there, Geraldine.
Jerry's shorthand. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything. That's all there is to it.
All right. So, on your chair this morning, you have an envelope and a piece of paper and a 3x5 card. If you have prayer requests this morning that you would like for us to hold in the light for you, and whether it's a request or a celebration or whatever, invite you to take a couple of minutes and we will write those up, and then we will collect the cards first.
And then we're going to pray on them. So even if your prayer is just for the health of the world or LA or your dog, write it down, because we want to pray over those today. They're what? We have plenty. They'll get you one. Love how they're helping each other. Okay, go ahead and see if you can collect now. Prayers, right? Just the prayers. We're just collecting the prayers. It's okay. We'll take it anyway. We'll come back for the offering. And so as we do this, we invite you to just close your eyes, bring the prayers back up for us, please. And both Jerry and I are going to pray over these, so you guys hold on to the baskets, because you're going to go back around. And this is for you. I'm going to just lit them up. So if you could close your eyes while we gather all the prayers together.
So staying in this consciousness of oneness, knowing that we are one with one another and with this divine presence. We start the new year focused on decluttering and taking care of ourselves. We pray for Maggie for a successful surgery and healing with ease and grace. We offer compassion, love, understanding, and healing for the people affected by the fires in Los Angeles, as well as the animals. For perfect, whole, and healed relationships. For healing, for physical and emotional healing for our dear ones. Perfect restoration and renewal in the fire areas, as well as for all of us in our emotions and our physical being in every area of our lives. And we pray for love, for wisdom, for strength, for compassion. And I pass the light to Reverend Dr. Suzette.
So as I take this light, this very bright light that we have created, I know there is peace as one transitions into the veil, moves into the oneness of life and of God. So I know that, I claim that is easy. It is moving into the light of good, knowing that Spirit is right there with them. And the other side is okay, it's good, it's exciting, it's coming home. I'm knowing for not only myself, but others in this room right now, that the procedures that we go through in the next week are miraculous. Yes, I can't even say that word, but they are great. They are good. The doctors say, yeah, these guys are healed. And do everything they can to make us feel and know our wholeness as we go through these procedures. And that then if there's any worry, any concern, that just simply falls away into the nothingness, because it doesn't serve our bodies. And I claim that to be the truth. Many of you have asked for the healing and the rebuilding of Los Angeles. As I breathe in that truth, I know that is the highest call we have for our friends, our community, that is just, 100 miles away, 200 miles away, that they know they are not alone, that we're all with them, breathing their sorrows, feeling their hearts, and supporting them in the many, many different ways that we can. And that to just let them know they're not alone. If there's one thing we can do, that's the best, because it's hard sometimes. And so today, let us claim that we reach out to someone, even one person, or donate to one place, knowing that action creates love, compassion, understanding, and the knowingness that they are never alone. And I claim peace and harmony in our own homes, in our own hearts, in our own communities, in those places where we can have an effect. We just claim that peace and that love, knowing that this is what we're here for, to bring it, to be it, and to give it. And so with that, I now ask that you put your offering, whatever that might be, on your heart, knowing that many of you have mailed in checks or brought in money to us individually and collectively. And today we bless the offering, knowing that what we do here makes a difference. Because as we are here, listening, doing, and being, we are learning that who we are is bigger than life, and that we can do something with our lives, as Jerry's talked about many, many times today, to create that world that we want to see, and create that world for our children and for our family, and to be the light of good. And so I bless the offering, knowing that as we give, we do receive, and I say every single time, not a little bit, but a lot. So we look for that because God is in front of us giving it to us. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this community and for our consciousness and for the offering, knowing that it brings good into the world. And with that, I invite you to just join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. I'm going to do that later. I'm going to do that separately. Okay. So, as we do this collection, I'm going to, I mentioned that we are going to offer, if anyone would like to donate additionally to the LA community, I'm going to go with a Baby to Baby, which provides diapers for babies. I mean, there's one thing they say that they don't get enough of is stuff for children, and then also the animals. I think those are the two groups that are dependent upon other things. So if you'd like to donate anything to that, I'll just put it in this bowl right here, and then we'll collect that as a separate offering. Whatever you do give is counted as a donation, and so you do get tax credit if that's important to you, okay? To make it check out to Ohm, but we will designate it as LA Fire. Put LA Fire on there, or however you want to put it. And then it's called a designated fund. And I'll be donating that this coming week. So it'll be done right away. Okay? All right. I do want to make a couple announcements other than that. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. I got in it.
Okay. I'm always thrilled.
So I'm going to, just so everybody knows, I'm having surgery on Friday. And so, and I think, Victoria, you're having some surgery too. So just know for us, and there'll be a little reminder. I'm really bad. I'll send you a text reminder to pray for me, okay? We're a community. We're a family, so we get to do that. Today is, you're going to make affirmation booklets. Is that right? So, I'm sorry? Handmade. Oh, artistic books. So if you want to stay, we're trying to create something every Sunday for you to do, to be together, have more community. So we'll be doing that probably about 11:30ish, something like that. On the newsletter, this is in the newsletter now. It's also on the website. And I just want to let you know that I've been speaking to Death Cafe. Everybody know? You've heard of that? Anyway, they are going to the 5th Sunday, which is in March, the last Sunday in March. They're going to come and we'll have a little get together. So we'll be having tea and cookies. So anyway, it's I've asked them to come like twice for the year, and it's not invasive. It's just about talking about life and death, and how do we live now, and how do we what do we think about the future. So anyway, and you can invite anybody you like to come to that. Let's see what else I have. The group on Wednesday night, which is a free group, was really well. If you didn't come but you wanted to come, just show up. You don't have to be invited. Just show up. The link is on the website. It's real easy to get to. This Thursday, Reverend Angela has her program, and I'm getting people calling me now asking about it. So show up to that. And then the meditation program, I think he's going Friday, Sunday this time. But it's also on the website so you can see when it is. And then, are you starting your program? Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Do you want to say one thing about it? Come on up. I want you to come up, Kelly. Okay. So this will be the last announcement. And do you like a Christmas tree? I'll leave it up all year if you want.
We could do a Valentine's tree.
We could.
Oh, I love that idea. I love the tree.
And then a 4th of July tree.
Then I don't have to put it in my barn. So.
All right, so The Power of Emotions, we're beginning on Monday nights, and it's going to be based on the book called The Language of Emotions. And it's essentially about getting in contact with the energy of our emotions to be able to use them for guidance in our everyday life. So that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
And connecting to ourselves and embracing it all.
Having some experiential exercises.
Yes, it will be very experiential, actually.
Are they
A lot
going
of
to
energy
beat
releases.
towers? Beat tables with paper?
We might, yes. Oh, during the anger one. And it can be drop in, but we're also basing it on the book and highly recommend the book, Language of Emotions.
Great.
Yep.
Very good. Good job. All right. Yay. All right. I think that's it. Yes? Did you want to say anything else? Wasn't it a great talk today? Didn't he do a good job?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, it was like you were there, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And Cahill and Delene.
Yes,
as
very good.
always,
Thank you.
Amazing music. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
That guitar, did you know those are holes in her guitar?
That's pretty cool.
And it makes it sound really cool. That's beautiful guitar.
Martin
Get in.
Martin and everybody else involved in allowing us to do what we do. We are so grateful to you. And again, thanks to all of you for being here in this very room as well as online. We appreciate you. So stand if you would. We will say our
Well, let's do our affirmation.
affirmation.
Okay, we're going to sing that.
Yep. And
You have
then
to
we'll
it
sing.
Tonight. Okay.
Okay. I am an expression of God born into the richness and abundance of the indwelling presence. Today, I walk upon my world, consciously creating oneness within and around me. And so it is.
Yeah. All right, here we go. There is peace on earth, and yes, it began with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God